Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Jack Tosh tournament. I'm Christian McQuaid, and with me is Luca DeSanto. It's one of the most anticipated first-round matchups of the day, Lake Forest versus Palatine. Luca, give us a little information on both sides.
Yeah, Christian, so Lake Forest is coming off a 7-3 record right now. It is just seen as a threat at the Tosh right now. Number 2, Tommy Albert leads the team. He just scored his 1,000th career point in a win over Libertyville. Coach LaScala has 2 Jack Tosh titles on his resume. He's no stranger. He's no stranger to win at the Tosh. His teams are known for their hard-nosed, man-to-man defense, and they are always a very physical team. Number 14, Hudson Scroggins, is a 6'7" lefty post player that gives a strong inside presence to his scouts. As we see Palatine celebrating a bit. Palatine comes in with an 8-3 record, winning 7 in a row on a roll after going 2-2 at their Thanksgiving tournament. Veteran coach Eric Millstone is coming off a conference championship last year, and this year he has a 1,000th career point scorer. Number 21, Connor May. He's committed to playing in college at Washington University. He was an all-tournament last year while averaging 26.3 points per game and 7.3 rebounds per game, and had a tournament high 36 points in one game. Quite a player.
Yeah, Connor May is going to be one of those guys to look out for in this Tosh tournament. Definitely could be an all-first-team player, as well as number 2, Tommy Albert. He's also a great player to watch. Players. Well, yeah, this is just a hell of a first-round matchup. I mean, both these teams have had great runs in the Tosh historically, and one of them will be going down to the consolation today. So we'll see what this game, if it will live up to the hype today.
Absolutely. This is just one of those powerhouse matchups where someone has to go to the consolation ultimately, but you believe both should be advancing to the second round.
All right, the Pirates will win the tip. May calling for the ball already. They're going to move it around the horn, down low. Now trying to create some offense. Back around the horn. Swing pass. Corner. Drives. Kicks. Thought about the 3. He's going to hold on to it. 50 puts his head down, throws it up, and got it. That's going to be Tony Baliani. Wow. What a way for the Pirates to start this game out.
That's the first bucket in the Campbell Gym of the Jack Tosh Holiday Classic. Tony Baliani just using that size.
He drives, puts it up, and it's blocked by May. Here comes May and the Pirates down the floor. May drives, carves his way to the basket, gets blocked. Number 15, Bullen Tylo sends it back. Second chance effort, and May's gonna get it to go. 4-0 Pirates.
Yeah, Christian May just able to use his size and presence there right under the basket. That's just incredible textbook offense.
Lake Forest now breaking the press. O'Barely has it. Gets it down low. Swings, 3-ball, up. Off the front rim, and May has another board.
The Palatine bench is loving it. The ref even told them to settle down and sit down.
May, 3-ball, up, short. O'Barely grabs the ball. Carves his way to the basket, swings it out, 3-ball. Off the back rim and back to the Pirates. Guess who has it? May with his 4th rebound of the game already. Still moving the ball around. There's a 3-ball. Back rim. Back to the Pirates, but it's going to go off his leg, and the Scouts will get it. So 4-0, 5 minutes and 55 seconds remain. Jack will bring it out when it's ready.
Christian, we are seeing Connor May play with such intensity this early into the game right now, just running up and down the court in transition. Incredible job by him. 4 rebounds already.
Barely puts his head down. Fires. Got it. Back to a 2-point game. 4 minutes or 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here.
Yeah, Albert was just able to overpower Baliani there.
Here's Dick. He hits Baliani. Balinali back out. Now swinging the ball around. They get it down low to him, and he's fouled on the way up. But they're going to get it on the ground. Shot clock will reset. And Luca, talk a little about how the shot clock's going to impact this tournament.
Yeah, this is the first time we are seeing a shot clock implemented here in the Campbell Gym for the Tosh Holiday Classic. And, you know, it just makes the game more fun, first of all, but it also makes it much more competitive. You can't hold the ball, run the clock down if you have a major lead or anything. You got to be quick now.
Certainly makes the pace way faster. There's a missed layup. Al Burley now will take the ball. He hits it in the corner. Now they're just trying to break this 3-2 defense that the Pirates are running. Now they're back down to a 2-3. They get it down low. Good move. Puts it up off the back rim and out. Dick will grab the board, and here come the Pirates. They gets El Burley. He lies it up and got it again. Belliani now has 4 points, and he seems to have a big presence down there in the post, and you feel like this Pirates team may be undersized compared to the Scouts, but they've certainly not been playing like it right now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Belliani's just been able to use his size and weight just to get right through the paint all smooth.
So 6-2 Scouts down by 4. There's a 3-ball off. Air ball, and the Pirates will get it back.
Bringing the ball up now.
Dick hits, now swinging around the horn. May puts his head down, step back, off the back rim, and back to the Scouts. Here comes El Burley down the court to the corner. 3-ball up, and no good. Another miss. Just Scouts are having a hard time finding back of the net right now.
Yeah, and although...
Wow, great move by the Pirates. That was 23. Carter Monroe.
Yeah, and although Christian, none of the shots have really been able to go for Lake Forest, Al Burley has just been swinging the rock so nicely. Really good at playmaking for this Scouts team.
I feel like Al Burley's going to have more of a scoring presence in this tournament if he wants his Scouts to make a run, because he is one of the only guys that's going to be able to create his own shot on this team. And like Lucas said, he's just a great playmaker to have on this Scout squad.
Yeah, and we know he's certainly capable of it, as he has 1,000 career points now.
Seems like the Pirates' defense has really been frustrating the way that they've been playing in this first half so far. 3 minutes, 14 seconds remain. 8-2, Pirates still lead. I wouldn't be surprised if the Pirates try to get it down low again, although checking in, number 25, Charlie Elgberg, he's a 6'1". Now he is on the big man of the Pirates. They're going to get him for a travel, and that will be going back to the Scouts.
Yeah, it looked like Carter Monroe kind of jumped the gun there on the travel call there. Kind of hopped along.
I mean, Luca, can you believe this is a first-round matchup in the Tosh? Like, this is one of the best first-round matchups I've ever heard of. Just both teams probably not very happy with their poll that they had received from people who make the tournament, as that's picked off, and May will bring it down the floor. May gets a screen, thinks about the 3, kicks it out, corner, Dick. Swing pass picked off by El Burley. El Burley, coast to coast, lays it up and in. 4-point game.
There's El Burley using some of that scoring that we were talking about. And Christian, you were talking about how you can't believe this is a first-round matchup. I can't believe that it's 8:45 in the morning and we're already playing like this. So much more to come.
Anyone in this gym watching this game is certainly awake, as there's a 3-ball. Back rim. Scouts get it. Oh, Burley looking to drive. He doesn't have numbers. He's still going to take it in. Kicks it. Lays up. Got it. Plus the foul. That's going to be Grant Mordini. He'll head to the line for free throw, an attempt to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, Grant Mordini, the 6'10" big man, always able to show off his size. He's the biggest kid on the court by far. And we were talking about Lake Forest's size. He definitely gives them help size-wise. He will make his and one free throw.
Just follow the game.
Are they already out?
Yeah. Just go.
You have to come with
Pirates trying to move the ball around. They get it to May, but it's poked away. Great defense. Scores 8-7. Pirates leading still. And checking back in, Campbell Allen for the Scouts. He started the game, but got one foul early, so the coach decided to pull him. And we have not seen the shot clock make a big difference in the game so far. Me and Luca were in the South Gym earlier watching the Andrew versus St. Lawrence game. That shot clock off the bat just made a huge difference in that their play styles. But right now, it seems to not be bothering as both teams are constantly pushing in transition. Right as I say that, Burley goes transition and misses. And here come the Pirates down the floor.
Yeah, Christian, this is the best type of basketball to watch. I mean, there's no stopping. Everyone is playing it fast like there's a 5-second shot clock almost, you know? You love to see it.
Seems like both teams have really been trying to push in transition. There's a three-pointer from May. Trying to get a roll. Won't go down, but they get the ball, and it's poked out and back to the Pirates. So 32 seconds remain on that shot clock. Like I said, seems to not be bothering both teams at all.
Yeah, Christian, the thing that I like the most about this Lake Forest team is that they're sort of a grit and grind team. They're able to really get in there. Really great defensive presence, too, using their size.
Bang! 3 ball. That's going to be 15. Casey May, the 6'3" forward. He's only a junior. Knocks it down. 4-point lead. Burley tries to find his big, and it's going to go off the Scouts. So Mardini is going to tip it out of bounds. The Pirates have a chance to extend this lead even more.
It looks like they will sub. Bolrin Tayu back into the game after a quick foul by him earlier.
Yeah, he's at the top of that 1-3-1 trap, and it's just a very aggressive defense. You can already see he's breaking a very big sweat from just all the trapping and jumping he's been doing. He's barely played as much as all the other guys.
I mean, look at him move around right now. He's just able to stay on all of his defenders.
I'm not sure how the Pirates are having such an easy time breaking that press. Or breaking that trap. I mean, they're just making it look really easy against a defense that just looks very intense.
Yeah, Coach Phil Escala describes their defense as a hard-nosed man-to-man coverage, and that is most certainly what it is.
So they cannot hold for the last shot. There's a 4-second difference between shot clock and game clock. But they're going to probably try to run it down here as much as they can. 13 seconds now.
Yeah, this is the guy that you want holding the ball like this, Phil.
Here he goes. He dishes it down low. They're going to force one up, and ball's loose, and it's going to stay here. Yes, it will. The shot clock's at 1 second, so got to run your best inbounds play here if you're the Scouts. I'm not sure it will reset. It's not going to reset. And all the refs saying shot clock won't reset. They got 1 second to get the shot off. Run your best inbounds play. They will. Do they get it off? They get fouled right before the shot clock expires. So they're the line for 2.
Yeah, that was an impressive move there by Hudson Scroggins, able to get the foul off. It looked like he knew that he wouldn't get the shot off in time, but he was able to get hacked in time.
First one's up. Off the front rim and takes a friendly bounce in. It's only a 5-point game here in the Campbell Gym. Shot clock at 30, so there's only 5 seconds left in this quarter. Won't have a big impact in this last little play here. As the second one goes up and off. May grabs it. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Finds a man. Corner 3. Off. Had a chance to make it an 8-point game, but failed. That was one of the best looks I've ever seen in a matter of 5 seconds. They really got maybe a little help from the guy running the clock. That's Mr. Holba. He's doing a better job with that, but a little bit of a friendly. He's shaking his head at me right now, so he's a little bit of a friendly clock job. And with that, we're going to take a break. You're watching York Sports Network.
Like 6 iPads down the other day.
Welcome back, everyone, to some Jack Tosh basketball. This is your opening game in the Campbell Gym. 13-8 ball game. Scouts down 5 and looking to make a run here. Looks like they're going to bring out their starters, except for their star, Tommy Auberly. He'll be on the bench to start out this second quarter. Swinging the ball around, trying to create some offense. Trying to pick him. Now he's going to throw it up, and it's, wow, great move. Just great job using your pivot foot, and that's going to be Hudson Scroggins, the 6'7 junior, making it a 3-point game.
Yeah, Scroggins just overpowered Banyani there. That was incredible.
Great spin move, now looking to kick it. They do. Drives, puts it up. He got up the foul on the ground. Shot clock's down to 9 seconds, so now checking in for the Pirates, that's going to be Darren Dick.
And, you know, of course, the star himself, Tommy Albert, will be subbing back in for Palatine, or Lake Forest, excuse me.
Breaking the press, Aberley now has it. He's back in, as Lucas said just a moment ago. I mean, you have to get him back in. Just get him a breather. And, like, if he's not in, I've noticed that things start to crumble. They just have to have him in to keep this game tight.
Yeah, look at this. They keep resetting the play to him, and he keeps finding open looks for his team right there.
Wow. So what they did there, they brought a double team on Aberley, which left a man wide open. He just threw a perfect dime, cuts it down to a 1-point lead. We don't have stats right now, but I'm just wondering how many assists Aberley has as of right now. May, corner, thought about the three, carves his way to the hoop, kicks it, corner. Drives, dumps it off, and it's picked off. Here comes Aberley. One-on-one, he's going to push it, left-hand lay. He's going to not get the roll, and now the Pirates trying to push it down the floor. Carves his way to the hoop, throws it up. And that's off now. Aberley now has it. Wow, what a sequence, but they lose the ball, and they got him for a double dribble.
Wow.
What a sequence, just not taking care of the ball.
3 straight fast breaks. 2 for Lake Forest, 1 for Palatine. That was incredible. And that's what we were talking about. No signs of either of these teams slowing down, always pushing the pace. It doesn't matter if there's a shot clock. They will always be playing like there's a 10-second shot clock.
Exactly, Luca. Couldn't agree more. Here comes May, gets a screen. May, step back, pulls up off the brick and back to the Scouts, and they're going to get Tony Belliani for a foul. Reached over the back, and that's just not what you can do. That's going to be his second foul, and they're going to have to take him out because they do not want to get him in foul trouble any more than he already is. It's just one of the only guys on your team that has a decent amount of size, and when you play against a really lengthy Lake Forest squad, you have to save him. They break the press fine. Back to Aberley. Aberle gets it down to the free throw line. Now they're going to reset the offense once more. 15 seconds on the shot clock. They're going to get a foul on the ground. That's going to be on 15 of the Pirates, Casey May. So still only a 1-point lead for the Pirates. The Scouts feel like they've been playing a better second quarter so far than the Pirates, but we know that Pirates are just having a hard time trying to get baskets to fall. They swing it. Back. 3-ball. Back, rim, and off. Gets his own rebound, puts it up and got it. The Scouts have their first lead of the game. That's Hudson. Or that's, Bowler and Taiwo, the guard. We talked about earlier, coming off the bench, just had a great presence so far.
Yeah, look at him. He's able to switch on to every man.
They get it down low to May. May loses it. It's going to go off back to the Pirates.
Yeah, there he was right there, able to get right up in May's face. Knock the ball away from him. Great defensive presence overall.
They're going to inbound it. May's really shaking his head. He's trying to generate open looks for his teammates and himself. He just really has had a hard time from outside the three-point line. He's going to set a screen for Dick. May's having a hard time getting open against Adderley. Finds a little space and puts it up off the brick and in. Leads back to the Pirates now. And with that, looks like the Scouts are going to spend a timeout. You're watching York Sports Network. Hello, everyone. Welcome back from the timeout. We got some Tosh basketball here. First game of the day. Got ourselves a good one so far. The Pirates lead by 1. It's been a back-and-forth game. Luca, what do you want to see from the Scouts to keep themselves in the game against a very talented Pirates team?
Yeah, I want to see the Scouts keep using their size on this court. You know, we were talking about it. They definitely have the size advantage here. I mean, you have a 6'10" kid on the floor right now. You got to use your size, but I mean, we're seeing it right now. Tommy Aberle just keeps getting the ball reset to him on every single possession, trying to find an open man, and he finds one right here.
6 seconds on the shot clock, trying to swing it. There's an open look for 3. Off the back rim, but Hardini's going to get the board. Adderley now drives, shakes his man off, goes back to the cup, dumps it off to Hardini, who's going to get the layup. Wow. I bet that is Adderley's 4th or 5th assist of the game. And now the Scouts have the lead back.
I mean, Christian, that's exactly what I said for them to do. Use their size and keep giving it back to Aberle to reset the play. And that's exactly what they did. Aberle was able to find the open man.
Dick misses the 3. Here comes Adderley trying to push it. Like always, we know the Scouts have always been pushing it this whole game. Adderley finds an open man in the corner. Pump fakes, carves his way to the hoop, kicks it out. Adderley now drives to the cup, lays it up, and in. Wow, that was a circus shot from Adderley.
And able to switch hands there and just lay it right up into the cup.
Now the Scouts seem to have a little something brewing. We'll see if the Pirates can answer back. We know they got off to a hot start, but ever since that big man for them, Baliani, has checked out, things have started to crumble. That they've been having to rely on Connor May a little too much. Shot clock down to 12 seconds. Drives, puts it up and off. Now here come the Scouts down the floor. Just moving the ball around, trying to generate an open look. They go deep to Adderley. There's an easy lay, and he missed, or an easy mid-range jumper that was missed. And here come the Pirates down the floor. Here's May. May drives to the cup, kicks it out, 3 ball. off. Wow, we've just seen a lot of threes go up and out today. Just another miss there. The Palatine Pirates have been struggling from three-point range. There's a floater off the mark, and May grabs the board. May's calling for the ball. He was not very happy there.
A little bit of miscommunication.
He's really struggling to get points. I mean, he's their best player, and he only has 4 here in this first half. Here's Dick. They get it down low. It's picked off by guess who? Adderley again. Here's a deep ball from Adderley. They're going to miss the layup, but May grabs the board.
I mean, still so impressive by Adderley, able to find that open man right there. Cross-court vision as a timeout is called here by Lake Forest. Don't go anywhere. You are watching New York Sports Network.
Well, everyone, welcome back to the Campbell Gym. Got a good basketball game here. Lake Forest up by 3. The Pirates look to be holding the run early, and now momentum has swung back to the Scouts. Now the Pirates moving the ball around the floor. What are they going to get? It's going to be a personal on someone. Luca, give us a little update on a possible upset watch in the South Gym.
Yeah, Christian, absolutely. Currently, St. Lawrence leads Andrew 46-39. 5 seconds left in the third quarter. That would absolutely be an upset. You know, Andrew coming in, absolutely incredible team.
12-1.
12-1.
With Grantis Sakanis, one of the best bigs in this tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, it's still a contested game as a free throw was just knocked down by Andrew, making it 46-40 now.
That's St. Lawrence, Luca.
Oh, St. Lawrence. Okay, so a bit less of a contested game now.
Well, we got our eyes on a lot of games at the same time. Let's get back to this one as the Pirates are driving. They're going to kick it to the top of the key. 22 seconds remain on the shot clock. Now just seem to take their time, get the best look possible. There's a wild pass, but it's brought down. Spin move, lays it up, back rim, and back to the Scouts. Shot clock will reset. 19-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here comes Adderley. Adderley drives his way to the cup, throws it up. Not in, tries to get his own board. And now the Pirates have a chance to go 2 for 1 if they can get a shot up here. That's what they're going to do if they can knock it down, and he's going to miss it. So now there's only a 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Adderley drives. Dick tries to take a charge. They're not going to call it. Now a lay. Up and in. Wow. Hudson Scroggins makes another great move. Now he is at 5 points, but he has an and 1 today and a perfectly made move there for an easy layup. Sorry, still waking up here. I had to get up and drive early. Just waking up still, but anyways, the Pirates drive, and that's going to be a foul.
You got to love it. Early morning wake up for this tournament. Absolutely. You know, and you got to wonder, how are these guys playing at such a high intensity level, and it's 9 in the morning. 9 in the morning.
I mean, absolutely. Both teams have been trying to push in transition all game. And I mean, in an early game, you feel like you'd see more of a slowdown, kind of like offense, but no. They've been pushing every chance that they've been able to.
Absolutely.
That's the half, and the buzzer is no good. I mean, just bad clock communication. Their team didn't really seem like they knew how much time was on the clock. And Luca, why don't you give everyone a little update about how this game has gone until now. And then me and Luca are going to head down to the South Gym at the end of that Andrew game.
Yeah, check on that Andrew St. Lawrence game. Yeah, Christian, I mean, both teams obviously showing off their skills right here. These are both teams that, again, you would expect them to be seen in the second round, but one must go to the consolation game, and that is what makes this game so important. One powerhouse will be going down to the consolation bracket after this. You know, we're seeing Lake Forest definitely use their size. Tommy Albert just using his scoring, but also his facilitating too. Every time every time Lake Forest is lost on possession, they hand it right back out to him. He resets the offense, will always find an open big man down low, always find someone in the corner, and that is what is so important about him.
Thank you, Luca, for the update. With that, I'd go check out the Andrew game on York Sports Network. That's going to be a good one. You're watching York Sports Network. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some Jack Tosh basketball. With me is Aiden Link. He's going to be our halftime reporter for today. Aiden, tell us about some of the players today playing in this game and how their impacts are being felt in this game.
We've got some standouts today, starting with number 2 for Lake Forest, Tommy Alberle. He's got 6 points. He's leading the team in scoring. The kid looks like a baller. Meanwhile, on the other side of the ball, we've got Connor May, the Washington commit. He's been a little bit of a disappointment this half, only 2 points. Not what you want to see. Actually, 5 points, actually. I'm wrong about that. And, So
Thanks,
I'm going
Aiden.
to hand the mic back over to Luca DeSanto for the second half, and let's have a great time, guys.
Thank you, Aiden Link, for joining us for the little halftime report action. Not to
Aiden.
mention, Adderley also has 3 steals on the game and also 3 assists. So,
Dropping dimes, dropping dimes.
all right, Stacey King. Here's a 3 to open the half. Another miss. I think we've seen a 3-point make all game. Correct me if I'm wrong, Luca, but 3-point line has not been good for both squads. We'll see if one of the teams can fix that up here in the second half. Maybe a little first-round jitters. You know, who knows?
Yeah, I'm reading this correct. Palatine has shot 9% from the 3-point line, 1 for 11. Meanwhile, Lake Forest has shot 0% on 0 for 6. So a lot of the work has been done inside the paint. I think that's safe to say.
It is a low-scoring affair right now, too.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what we've been talking about with these two teams. They're 2 grit and grind teams, so you're going to see a lot of the work done defensively. So you're going to see a very low-scoring game.
Tip ball, and back to the Pirates. Oh. Now they find May. May resetting the offense. They're going to need a good performance out of him to get back into this ball game. I mean, we know he's committed to play basketball at the University of Washington, who actually beat Gonzaga the other night, I believe.
Yeah.
That's a big win, so it's exciting for him to be joining that program.
We have some great Division I commits in this tournament. There's a corner 3, fouled. Yes. That will be Tommy Elter Darren Dick going to the line for 3.
Yeah, so they actually beat Gonzaga when Gonzaga was ranked 7th in the country at home, and now Washington. They also have a few. They played Colorado State very close, which is a very good ball team. They actually have a big test coming up on Friday against Colorado on the road, so we'll see what that team is truly made of on Friday night. Here's a free throw from Dick. It's going to be off.
I thought you meant a literal test for a second. You're on top of finals and whatnot with these colleges, Christian.
Oh, yeah, finals for us, Luca, last week was just, it was a tough week, but it's nice to be here in the gym, just watching some basketball.
Absolutely,
Jack
absolutely.
Tosh is always the best part.
That's your
Christmas
award.
break.
You open presents on Christmas morning, but then you get sad the next day because you're like, great, now I have to wait 364 more days. But we have these 4 days to enjoy the most competitive basketball in the state. 5 days, excuse me. Wow. 5 days to enjoy even more competitive basketball and the most competitive basketball in the state of Illinois.
Let's get an update on that Andrew game, huh? So me and Luca walked in there and we're still, 3-point ball game with 1:45 left. We're going to keep that up. St. Lawrence still has the lead, trying to pull up an upset. Balls are going around the horn. Dick now trapped. May's calling for the ball in the corner. Illegal screen, and that ball will go back to the Scouts.
Yeah, a little bit of a miscommunication there by Palatine. St. Lawrence Andrew game still going strong. We're giving some of our attention to that.
There's a 3-ball. Andrew got it. 54-54, so we got a tie ball game in the South Gym. We got 16-20 in here. Pirates down. Lays it up and off, but they're going to get an offensive foul as Number 15, Casey May, stepped in for a charge. So now 45 seconds remain. Lawrence has the ball. They're going to miss it, so Andrew now has a chance to get the lead back with 30 seconds. May fakes the handoff. Swings it, corner, 3 ball, off again. Go to the lane, throws it up and got it to go. That's going to be number 22, Tommy Elter. Pirates now have the lead down to 2. Here come the scouts down the floor. Wow, St. Lawrence got a basket with 5 seconds left, and now Andrew's going to call a timeout. They're down by 2. So St. Lawrence leads by 2 with 5 seconds, and could be a Cinderella story for the St. Lawrence if they can find a way to advance here. Palatine now driving the floor, carving his way to the basket, coast to coast, lays it up and in. Wow, that's going to be Tommy Elter again.
Incredible athletic move there by Alter. Just able to power through the defense there. Lake Forest was no match for him.
So 20-20. Elderly has it again. They get it down low. A little bit of a lob pass down low. And he missed it. Dick got the board. So now the Pirates have a chance to take the lead back. Dick, 3 ball. But they're going to blow it down. And that's the 1-3 Palatine has made in a while.
That is
blow the play
that would have
dead.
been their first 3 of the game. Or their second 3 of the game, Christian.
2 for 14?
That would make them 2 for 14 now. That you just need that.
Unfortunate.
Shout out to the stats guys here, just keeping up with everything. Hardest job in the game. I'd like to thank our stats guy here today, Aiden Link, and also our York staffed stats guys. Also like to give a shout out to all of the seniors.
Oh my goodness. So what a scene in the South Gym with 0 seconds of time expiring. Andrew draws a 3-point foul, and they have a chance to take the lead if he makes all 3 free throws at the buzzer.
My goodness.
It was about a half-court shot, and they fouled him.
We have a couple of employees running out to go see the end of this Andrew game.
Back to this game. Scouts posting up down low. They throw it up and get the foul, so that'll head to the line for 2 as well. That's Hudson Scroggins. So he'll go to the line with a chance to make the lead. So
first free throw for Andrew in the other game is good, making it 56-55 now.
So if he hits all 3, they can win it with no one there.
Wow.
Here's Scroggins on the free throw. He's going to
Make
get
that
the
one.
friendly
Right.
bounce.
Second free throw for Andrew is missed. They can only tie it now. If he misses this one, Andrew is a first-round exit going to the consolation bracket with Grant Sicanis.
It's up. He got it. So they're going to overtime in that gym. Let's focus on this game again. Scroggins misses the free throw. They get the board. Here's a three-pointer, a chance to get their first 3 of the game, but it's missed. And May will grab the board. Here comes May. They give him an open look. Just they don't give it up. Here's Dick. Corner 3. Bang, bang, bang. Wow. Back up to the Pirates lead to 2. They finally get a 3 ball to go, and the bench is starting to get into it for the Pirates. Elberly. Get it down low. Scroggins gets double teamed and ball's out. And now May has it. See what May's gonna do. Puts his head down, lays it up and in. Wow! That's gonna be Tommy Elter again. The lead is now up to 4 for the Pirates, and all the momentum on their side.
Yeah, incredible drive by Elter there. He looked just uncontested going to the cup. That is just not something you want to see. if you are Lake Forest. Got to make sure you are guarding everyone, especially guarding the rim.
Absolutely. So 20 seconds remain on the shot clock, and like we said many times, seems not to be impacting the game very much, as here's a 3-ball. Nothing but air. Now doing the dirty work are the Pirates. Now they have the ball. They get it to May. May really looking for a shot. He traveled. The ref did a little bit of a hop step before he called the travel. That was hilarious.
It's good to demonstrate. It's good to demonstrate what exactly the player did to deserve a foul. But a timeout is called a 60-second timeout. We will be right back.
And for the first time all game, Andrew has the lead going into the timeout.
Wow.
So go check out that. If you're still here, you're watching York Sports Network. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to some Tosh basketball.
25-21 ball game here. Palatine.
We apologize about this not having the scoreboard up. We're just going to have to keep reminding you guys, but the score is 25-21, like Luca just mentioned. It's a low-scoring affair. Both teams are struggling from behind the arc, and both teams really trying to push in transition. Wow, poked away. Now May has it. May really has, we haven't really felt his presence that much here in the second half at all, but one player who has stepped it up. There's a corner three, no good, but one player stepped it up for them. I'd have to say it's Tommy Elter, you know. Elter now at 6 points, all of them coming in the second half. What's going to be the call here, Luca? What did you see?
Yeah, it was an out-of-bounds call. Palatine bench not really liking the call, and I'd have to agree with the Palatine bench there.
So an update on the St. Lawrence versus Andrew game. There's 1 minute and 40 seconds left, and St. Lawrence has the lead by 3. Upset alert is still on for them. But back to this game. Scouts could desperately use a basket. I feel like Elderly's been very quiet in the second half. And there it is again, another turnover from him. But they're going to give it back to the Pirates, or to the Scouts.
Yeah, Lake Forest was about to pick that ball up there, but they opt to just let it roll out.
Oh, wow. Dick goes down, but he's going to get fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. They're going to get the foul on the ground.
Now, Christian, even though there wasn't a bucket there, would you classify that as an ankle breaker?
No.
Or just a turf monster attack?
He slipped.
Palatine foul number 15, Casey May, his second, team's third. Lake Forest basketball at bounds.
Minute 50 left here, 25-21 ball game. Palatine leads.
Here's Elderly, launches, deep 3, got it! Wow. Lake Forest's first three-pointer of the game, and it hits it when it matters the most.
Absolutely, you want to capitalize on this lead as best you can going into this fourth quarter.
Three ball. Back rim, back to the Scouts, but they're going to get a foul, so that foul is going to go against Elter. And back to the Pirates, or to the Scouts.
Back in the game for Lake Forest, number 10, F.A. Yardensi.
One-point game. Elderly has it. See if he can start to cook here. Right as I said, you haven't felt his presence. He's starting to make an impact. Here's a corner three. Oh, off the back rim, but they get the board back. Here's another corner three. Back rim again, but now the Pirates have it. Elter. Now it's just going to reset the offense. Here's Dick. May has a mismatch. He's calling for it. They're not going to give it to him. They're going to call him off again. They find May. 3-ball. Front rim. And back to the Scouts. And a chance to take the lead back that they've had going into the half.
Yeah, Christian, it's unfortunate. I mean, honestly, there seems to be a lid on the rim right now. There's so many good looks that both these teams are getting.
They're just going to hold for the last shot as the shot clock is not in play anymore. Elderly, fade away. Ooh, back rim, looks like it was gonna fall. Just did not go in. And here's the last shot taken by St. Lawrence. They're gonna lay it up and it's blocked off Sakanis.
Wow.
Are they gonna get a foul? They're gonna get a foul. St. Lawrence has a chance to go to the line with 3 seconds left and end it.
For those of you who are just tuning in wondering, we are also closely monitoring the game in the South Gym right now. St. Lawrence versus Andrew, which has gone into overtime. Score all tied up at 63. St. Lawrence at the line now for 2.
With 3 seconds left in overtime. He made it. Made the first one. So one more will give St. Lawrence a big advantage here.
Absolutely. I mean, but if you are Andrew, you definitely have time to get either a 2 off to send it into double OT or a 3 off to send it into.
Man, I feel like in that gym for the Tosh, the South Gym, there's been some crazy things that have happened over the years.
Oh yeah.
Like that Wheaton North game last year, the AM-1-3. I mean,
the energy in there is electric. Better acoustics in there just to have a crazy loud environment.
And me and Luca announced the Glumbard West versus Manuka game where Preston Van Pelt almost hit a half-court shot at the buzzer to tie it. That would have been a major upset.
Absolutely, yeah.
Last year in the Tosh. I just feel like in that gym there's always a lot of drama. We see it here again in the first game of the Tosh.
Absolutely.
All day.
Setting a great precedent for many more close, nail-biting, anticipated games.
All right. Let's start this fourth quarter off. Pirates now moving the ball. Elter has it. Lob, but picked off by the Scouts. That's 15. Taiwo has it again. He's going to drive. They get him for a walk. I don't know about that one. Let the players play. May's still only at 4 points in the ball game. You know, he's that star player committed to Washington. Here goes Elter, puts his head down, kicks it. Now around the horn, the Pirates are.
Oh, 3 comes up way short. Another air ball there.
Elderly trying to break this press. He's getting triple teamed. He finally breaks it.
See the look on Elderly's face. He is utterly exhausted right now, and I don't blame him. They have him running in circles right now around the court.
Kicking violation in Lake Forest basketball out of bounds.
So a 1 point game, and
Back in the game for Palatine, number 20.
Pirates up by 1. The South Gym, St. Lawrence is up by 1, and Andrew has the ball, 3 seconds left. All the way from the baseline, so it's going to be take a miracle for them to hit the last shot to win, but stranger things have happened in this tournament.
It's the Tosh, folks. Anything can happen. Upsets all around.
11 seconds on the shot clock. The Scouts moving the ball. Shot clock now down to 8. Really struggling now 4. 2 seconds. He has to launch. He didn't get it off in time. And that's going to bring that possession to a close.
Yeah, that's the first real struggle we've seen with the shot clock thus far in this gym, Christian. I mean,
agree.
Both teams, like we said, very fast-paced, so we haven't seen them really have to worry about the shot clock. But there, you just weren't able to get a good shot up, given this Palatine defense, which is really ramped up here in the second half, coming into the fourth quarter especially.
This tournament is so competitive. I mean, you know, both teams desperately want to move on to that next round. Here's Dick. They swing it back around. Here's May. May sees the shot clock, and he wants an isolation. He's going to get it. That's a charge. Wow, way to step in. Are you kidding me? That's going to be Tai Wo who's going to step in against the big May. That's just a little bit selfish out of May. He saw the shot clock and tried to go one-on-one. No about that. So here come the Scouts. Elderly drives. Throws it to the corner. Tai Wo now has it.
You know, Christian, what I would say is the biggest difference between these two teams is Lake Forest has a larger rotation. Meanwhile, Palatine only runs a 7-man, while Lake Forest has a complete 9-man rotation. You know, and I mean, earlier on into the season, you're definitely going to see looser rotations, as there is a foul on Palatine. Hudson Scroggins will go to the line now. But I think that, you know, earlier into the season, you're going to see looser rotations as coaches are trying to figure out who to start, you know, who should be getting more or less minutes. But I think that both teams have really gotten their foot inside the door and been able to find their rotation.
Right. In tournaments like the Tosh, if you want to make a run, your team has to have a deep bench. You have to be able to play more than 5 guys. And one thing I've noticed with Palatine, they've only been playing about 7 different guys, which is good. But if you're going to want to make a run, you're going to have to find at least 9 to 10 dudes who can run the floor, you know?
Exactly, and you want to make sure your players are getting enough rest to be able to play. And, I mean, we've seen this basically the same 5 guys out on the court for Palatine the entire time.
St. Lawrence will pull up the upset. There's a 3 ball. No good, but St. Lawrence
Wow.
won. Andrew had a half-court shot, and they missed it. And there's a basket from Eltler. Now lead back up to 2 for the Pirates. So that's the ball game in the South Gym. First round upsets already. Here come the Pirates down the floor. Coast to coast, lays it up and no good. But May's gonna get the board. Now May pulls it out, trying to reset the offense. Dick gets it back to May. 4 minutes and 48 seconds remain in this one. Eltler kicks it. May wants to do it himself. That's a block. I don't know.
It looked like a bit of a charge to me. It looks like.
Were his feet set? You had a better angle than me, Luca.
Yeah, it looked like his feet weren't set, but I will say it looked like all of his force was exerted into the defender, you know? Just really leaned right in.
And May's really been trying to do a little too much. I feel like he's really trying to force his presence on the offensive side of the ball. I think he just needs to calm down and trust in his teammates.
Yeah, a bit of hero ball being played by May.
And then there's May. Knocks it down right as we call him out.
Yeah.
Elderly gets it down low, sent back by May. Wow. Now May's going to try to push it, I'm assuming. going to reset it now. May's got a mismatch in the post. I wonder if he's going to be calling for it, and he is. Ooh, tipped out of bounds after a wild pass. So now a 4-point game with 3 minutes and 56 seconds, and this is a must-have possession for the Pirates if they want to start to close out this game. They found May wide over the basket, and that will make the lead 6.
Yeah, May was really just able to read the defense there, saw that he could find a weak spot right under the rim, and he was able to take complete advantage of that.
Swinging the ball around. Elderly, 3-ball. Back rim, and May now has it. So this is where the shot clock comes into play, because last year in the Tosh, when teams are in this situation, they'd take the clock all the way down until the other team was able to get a stop. But this situation, you can't do that anymore.
Absolutely. 3 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. Palatine leads 31-25.
They're going to get down low to May. May puts it up and in. Wow. Right as we called May out, he starts going off right in front of our very eyes. And you know what? He's not forcing his shots anymore. He's getting the looks he wants. He's taking his time, and that's why Palatine is now up by 8.
Absolutely. We will be back shortly after this quick Lake Forest timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are watching Your Sports Network.
Welcome back. You got yourselves a good one, but Pirates have started to take advantage of the drought that the Scouts have put on the last few minutes. Elderly's presence in this second half has just nearly not been felt on the scoring side of the ball. Many turnovers, and looks like the Pirates are coming out in a 1-12, so 1-2-2 trap to start, or to finish the game, and that's what they went with earlier. It was working, so it doesn't surprise me. What?
Wow. Yeah, is that a...
Elderly, that's a very
I thought that was a shot.
that's something you would rarely see him do.
Yeah. Big miscommunication there by Lake Forest. Just not what you need right now.
It's not phased, though. He keeps his head up and still being intense. You know, he can't show any signs of frustration because he is a big leader for this team. They need him to be focused at all times.
Absolutely.
You have to say, calm before the storm, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, wow! Comes from out of nowhere and sends it back. Shot clock's at 6. So we'll see what the Scouts can do here.
Two and a half minutes to go here. 33-25. Palatine leads.
There's a little hook and it's blocked. Scouts got a chance to make this one close again.
That's a questionable shot there. You definitely had a better look.
This is a must-have bucket for the Scouts. Elderly gets fouled, and they are not in the bonus, so it's just going to be on the ground, and that's going to go against number 20, Darren Dick of the Pirates. So they get it out. Elderly has it in the corner. And another turnover by Elderly, but the Pirates stepped out of bounds, so they'll keep it back. But this is just some uncharacteristic turnovers for Elderly. You know, you don't see that much out of him.
Absolutely. Great passer, and it's just really been struggling in this second half, especially this fourth quarter.
There's a floater, but he's fouled. Great call by the ref, and now he'll go to the line to get some points without taking time off the clock, possibly. 2 minutes remaining here. that's going to be on May. That's his 4th foul. So now Connor May in foul trouble. And that's not a guy you want to see in foul trouble if you're the Pirates.
Yeah, Campbell Allen at the line now. He was trying to do that move just to shoot over May. I mean, that's definitely the shot that you want if you're shooting over a defender who's much bigger than you, as the first free throw is short.
Wow. These are must-have free throws. I feel like you have to, I mean, you can't just control every shot, but, like, these are very important. You got to try to knock these down. And he'll miss both. Here's May. May founds Outler. Outler drives. Coast to coast, poked away. Now they find May in the corner. May drives, puts his head down, gets it to Outler, and that's a basket. That's going to make this a 10-point game. Now the Pirates are starting to see it. They're feeling good about their performance. And with that, we're going to step away. You're watching York Sports Network.
We are back here, a minute 39 left. Score 35-25. Palatine leads. Palatine coming out on quite the run here. Lake Forest has been really struggling in this second half, especially this 4th quarter.
Yeah, this is a must-have possession. I've said that a lot the past few minutes, but, like, down 10, a minute 40, you got to start thinking about shooting some threes. They get it down low. Wow, off the brick and in. Assuming they're going to bring a press here and try to get a stop, and they will. Wow, great job with the press. They're having a hard time getting it in. And it's, ooh, may have stepped out, but they're not going to get it. They're going to let them play through this, and
Palatine's going to slow things down here a bit.
Connor May and Millstone. All right, we're at right. What do you want? Oh, right over there. Right over there. Thanks. I'll get it.
As foul is called here on Palatine.
I'll tell you after. I'll show you after. So Palatine try to close it out here with a basket or any sort of points. Elderly just trying to, ooh, I don't know about that. May getting very aggressive against Elderly. And there's a foul. So now I think me and Luca, we're just going to see a lot of fouling here.
Yeah.
Now the fate of the game will lie on the free throw shooting. Coming up next, we got Riverside Brookfield versus Manuka.
That'll be a very good competitive game. Riverside Brookfield coming in as one of the most elite teams in the Tosh.
Steven Sissage, man, he's a very hot name in the recruiting, Illinois recruiting for basketball right now.
I think any 7-footer is a...
Well, he can shoot the three, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of like Chet, I'd compare him to.
Yeah.
Here's a 3-ball. And in and out. Wow. They seem to not buy a bucket. Here come the Pirates. They're still going to foul. 13 seconds, up by 10. In the bonus. They are in the bonus. Yes. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Wait, now they are. So whoever's running the scoreboard needs to make up their mind. I just think they're going to hold it out. They're not going to let them shoot these. That's going to bring the first game here in the Campbell Gym to an end. It was a good one, very competitive throughout the whole game.
Yeah. Fast-paced, great game. Again, shot clock did not matter to either of these teams. And incredible job by both teams, but Palatine will end and emerge victorious. Lake Forest will be sent to the consolation bracket. Palatine was just able to, well, I mean, I would say that both teams definitely struggled from the perimeter, but Palatine ultimately was better for the perimeter, and that was the deciding factor. Stick around, folks. We will be sending our correspondent Colin Cushing over to the court side for a post-game interview.